I'm not paying
How
child
many
support.
hours a week? How many hours a week do you work?
40, but I'm not paying child support. This is why we came to court for him. We didn't come to court to talk about
Ma'am, I'm
me.
not asking you any more any question right now.
They're trying to make
Thank
me
you.
pay child
Bye.
support, and I'm
Bye.
not.
Stop. Stop.
I'm not paying child support.
Stop. Does the state have a proposed order for the rest of the terms?
The state has a proposed order as to the new child support obligation for the for the father to Miss Lisa Bendall. I can recite that, Your Honor.
Okay,
If
go
you
ahead.
okay. Based off of information provided by Mr. Lane, he works and earns $16 an hour, 40 hours per week. He does have one other child that he's paying child support for, who is under 18. The gross income is $2,773.33. The proposed, we are asking that we would be asking that Miss Bendall apply for the government medical plan, and that Mr. Lane pay cash medical support of $125 each month beginning December 1st of 2023, and that child support for the father be set at $396 per month beginning December 1st of 2023.
Okay. And then we don't have anything worked out for Jasmine's amount of supports.
No, Your Honor, we do not have anything.
Okay.
We're not able to get information as to her income, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Miss Lisa Bendal, let me ask you just a couple of questions here. As far as you said that we already established that the child lives with you, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Has there been any family violence between you and Mr. Lane, or you and Miss Bendal, Miss Jasmine Bendal?
To be honest, it hasn't been with Jasmine. It's been with her fiance, and that's one of the reasons why Christopher is with me.
Okay. So, but at least between the three parties that are here today, there's been no
No.
violence. Okay. Are you able to work together with the parents regarding any decisions that you've had since you've had possession?
Oh yes, that was no doubt.
Okay, including the mother, since I can't really get much out of her because she won't really listen to
Yes,
me today.
yes, sir.
You able to, outside of being upset today, are y'all able to reach agreements?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so do you want to be named as we have two kinds of conservatorship. We have what's called joint managing conservatorship, and we have something called sole managing conservatorship. And sole managing basically means that you would be the one to decide, make some decisions regarding medical decisions and maybe school decisions. Or we can do joint managing where y'all do that together. All three of y'all do that together. Which do you think is more appropriate? You making the decision by yourself, or that all three of you have a say-so in that?
The decision with that is, technically both of them know that he's not going anywhere, regardless if it's with him or her. He's going to stay here, and if that's the joint decision that they're going to make, or what to do, whatever you have to do, but he's going to stay here.
That's not what I'm asking about, though. Okay, I've established that you're going to be the one with primary custody, so that's not what I'm
yes,
talking
the
about.
joint decision
I'm talking
of him
about.
staying.
Hold on, we can't talk at the same time. A court reporter can only hear one person at a time. So I'm just talking about decision making, not decision making where the child's going to reside, but just regular everyday decision making, like where the child should be enrolled for school and going to the doctor, those kinds of things. Are you able to work together with the parents to make decisions together right now, or you think you need to do that yourself because y'all aren't able to reach agreements?
I think we'll be able to reach that agreement.
Okay. All right. So putting a joint management conservatorship. Okay. So are the parents doing any visitation at this time?
Yes.
Okay. What are they doing right now?
The visitations are, they can see him when they want. It's up here lately, it's been up to him. I let him make that decision because of everything that has happened. And
okay, what does that look like, though? That's what I'm asking. You telling me that they can come whenever they want, or he can come whenever he wants, doesn't tell me what he's actually doing. So is he visiting on the weekends or something like that?
Not every weekend, but they visit.
Okay. So it's okay. At least let's talk about Bernard. Is it okay for Bernard to have the child alone?
Yes.
And he can have the child for like a whole weekend?
Yes.
Okay. And there's nobody in his household that you feel is a danger to the child, right?
No.
So we did visitation for him on the first and third weekends of the month. And I mean, when I talk about visitation, y'all can always agree to something different, but if we don't have an agreement, there'll be kind of some kind of order, some kind of plan as far as what's supposed to happen, in case
Okay.
we cannot agree. If father was to be granted visitation on the first and third weekends from Friday at 6 until Sunday at 6, you would be okay with that?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So, and then as far as Jasmine's concerned, tell me a little more about the other person that's not a part of this case. Is that person a danger to this child?
In my head, I want to say no, but I don't know because, like I said, I'm just keeping it real, Judge. We've had a problem here lately. I mean, while back, 2, 3 years ago, and I don't get where, I mean, I don't feel comfortable with that. But
Okay.
if
Has
he,
some other than
my understanding is that with this judge, what I'm being honest about, he's 16, he's 6'2". So if anything, he loves his mama. If he want to go visit, he can.
okay. Yeah, I realize all that. I mean, we're not talking about a little young child either, but it's still a child, even though he may be bigger than us.
Right.
Okay, so so we talked about father having visitation
He
weekend.
can, I would say yes.
Hold on. We can't talk at the same time, okay?
Okay.
So we talked about father having weekend visitation on the first and third weekends. Could we do something the same kind of thing for the mother on the second and fourth weekends, which means that you won't have any weekends with the child if they decide to do visitation?
Mm. Well, she can have visitations, but I guess my question will be with that is, do we have to go?
He has to go, yes. You don't have to go, but the child does.
I'm not
So
going
if
to
you
make
don't want
him
to
do
go,
that.
I'm sorry, Miss Lisa.
maybe if you don't want to
Mr.
go, so
Lane,
you have to
please
go.
stop interrupting. I'm not asking you any questions right now. Miss Lisa, tell me again. I didn't hear your answer.
No, sir. I'm not going to make him do that. No.
Okay, so what do you propose visitation be for Jasmine?
He comes here.
Okay, you want supervised visitation?
Yeah, she could come here.
And this is Jasmine is your daughter, correct?
Right.
Okay.
Be-
When she's done has she done visitation lately?
Can I say, yes, she's come here because he won't go there.
Okay.
He won't go
When they
to
do,
her.
okay, when she's done visitation, how long has that been for? Like how many hours?
The whole day. She's here the whole day with him.
And is the grandchild comfortable with that?
Oh, yes, very. Yes. He's okay with being around her. He just don't want to go to her house.
Okay. So we had to set a time as to when that was supposed to be. What would be a good time frame for him to do visitation with you?
He's here mostly at night with me.
The weekends.
The weekends he's here at night with me too, because this is, like I said, where he resides, he sleeps. So the day from I'll say from morning to 6,
Okay, I need exact times though.
like 8 in the morning to 6 o'clock in the afternoon, or
Okay, so you want me to do from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. is what you're saying?
yeah, that's fine because he's here the rest of the.
And we can do that on the second and fourth weekends.
Yes.
Do you know anything about Miss Jasmine's income?
No.
Is she employed at all, as far as you know, or you don't know that anything at all?
No, I don't. Not that issue.
Okay. Does she have any other children that are under 18 besides this child?
Yeah, she has another one.
Okay. Are you specifically asking for back child support from the mother?
No.
Are you specifically asking for child support from the father?
Somebody has to take care of this child.
That's not my question, ma'am. Where are you? We're talking about future child support. Right now, I'm talking about back child support. So,
Oh, no, not back child support from him. No.
okay, so you're not asking from the father for back child support?
Whatever they have on hold, I want it to go from there on because I haven't got no help.
Well, it's not going to go to you because it's not owed to you. It's owed to the mother. So if they
Why?
have money on hold, it's going to go to Miss Jasmine. And if you're entitled to something different, that's what I'm asking, I guess. I don't know that we can do that, but that's what I'm trying to just verify. We've gone through all the steps here. You're not asking for any back child support, Miss Lisa?
Yes, if they have it on hold, what's on hold? Yes.
Okay, we can't give you money that's on hold. It's not owed to you.
Okay, fine. Yes,
Okay.
I understand now.
I mean, Miss Hood read to me the arrears. They're very little anyway. They're very, almost nothing almost. But that's not going to go to you. That's going to go to the mother because there was no obligation before this.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Are you okay with both parents knowing your address?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Let me see. Miss Hood, I kind of took over here, but do you have any other questions for Miss Lisa?
Well, not for Miss Lisa, but I do have a question for
Yeah,
Mr.
I'm
Lane. Oh,
gonna
you're
get
gonna
to
get to them,
them, but
right?
I'm
Okay.
anything
Go
for
ahead.
Lisa?
Lisa, no questions, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Lane, let me ask you a few questions if you unmute. All right, Mr. Lane. Okay, I've talked to Miss Lisa here. I think we at least have some agreements that we read at the beginning. You have some arrears that are owed to the mother, and medical arrears owed to the mother. It's very little, but let's just start there. Are you okay with those amounts?
How much? She did double at 190.
Yeah,
And how
90,
much?
30. Yes, sir. Are you agreed to those amounts?
Repeat again. How long you said? 190 and what else?
The judgment that Miss Hood said y'all agreed to was that you owed $190.39 in child support arrears to Miss Jasmine, and you were going to pay that at $20 a month until paid in full, and you owed medical support arrears of $114 even. You're going to pay that at $10 a month. If there's money on hold, that might pay that off, but if there isn't, then you'll be paying those monthly payments to pay that off, and then we're stopping future child support to the mother. Are you in agreement with that so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have any private insurance available for this child?
What you mean?
Do you have health insurance for this child?
Oh, no, I can. Because I thought his mom would have done everything.
Okay. Well,
Because
is
I
it
let his mom
available?
do everything, but
Is health insurance available through your employer?
yes, sir.
Do you know how much it costs?
No, sir, but I can find it out.
Okay. All right. So they calculated your income, and as far as what you're concerned, you're part of it here. The state is asking that you pay child support to the grandmother in the amount of $396 and medical support to the state for government medical of $125 a month. Are you opposed to either one of those amounts?
Well, I'm not too thrilled. I'm not too thrilled to pay $396.
Okay. Do you they calculated your income, and Ms. Hood read that earlier. Did you think they miscalculated it?
No, they ain't miscalculated, but I'm saying I just don't want to pay $395. Then I'm not gonna have nothing in my pocket, me nothing to live off of, and then I got another child too that takes child support. I might take too. I mean, what can I live off of? And then he old enough, 16, 17, 18, 19. He still call it his daddy. I mean, that's
So
that's
how
one
many?
thing I'm worried. That's one.
I'm
I'm sorry.
sorry. I'm sorry. I thought you had stopped talking. Okay, so we have one child in this case. How many other children do you have besides this child that are under 18?
I got one more.
Okay, did you already tell them that when they did the calculations earlier?
Yeah, I told her that.
Okay. So they've already credited you with the other child. Okay. Miss Lisa says that y'all are able to work out agreements regarding this child, and she's asking for y'all to be joint managing conservators, where she'll have primary custody, and then y'all will work on any decision making after that. Are you okay with that?
I mean, it don't bother me, you know, because
I need a yes or
I
no.
still
It does matter.
yeah, you can, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Now, so on visitation, we can you know, obviously y'all can agree to something different outside of court if there's something you want to do differently, but I've got to set up some kind of order so that if y'all don't have an agreement, there's some kind of visitation for you. What we talking about as far as you're concerned is that we set up that on the first and third weekends of the month. Are you okay with that?
First or third of the month, so I can't see him every day if I want to.
If y'all are agreed to it, you can do what you want by agreement, but if you don't have an agreement, it would be first and third weekends. Is that okay?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Do you know anything about Miss Jasmine's income?
No, sir.
Okay. Do you have any concerns about Miss Jasmine having visitation with the child?
No, sir.
You think that the child would be safe with her?
I mean, hey, that's his mom.
Just because it's his mom
It's
doesn't mean
all
she's
up to him.
not a safe person, you know?
It's all up to him.
Huh?
It's all up to him. If you don't want to see her, hey, you don't want to see her.
Well, but he's not an
But I
adult.
mean,
He
I
has
don't
to
got no
do
problem
things.
with her.
He's not an adult. He may look like an adult, be the size of an adult, but he's not an adult. So we have to make decisions for him until he's an adult in a couple years. So I'm asking you, do you have any concerns about Miss Jasmine
No, I'm gonna
visiting
be
the
fair.
child?
No,
What's the
sir.
answer? We can't talk at the same time. You need to wait till I finish talking and then answer. What was your answer?
I say no, sir.
Okay. All right. Ms. Jasmine, I'm gonna try it for a third time, but if you just start going off talking, I'm not gonna talk to you anymore. I'll make a decision without you. So I want to hear your input though, but we have to do this in an organized manner. Ms. Jasmine, do you want to testify?
What am I testifying? Because I don't understand. Everybody is trying to make it seem like my son don't want to come and see me and stuff like
First thing
this.
first, Ms. Jasmine, you remember my court rules I gave out at 9 o'clock this morning?
What did you say? I was on the train. I wasn't. You wasn't in there. It was another lady.
No, I was here at 9 o'clock.
So was I.
You're supposed. Well, no, you weren't, because it doesn't sound like you heard my instruction about not being in a moving car.
I let her know that I was actually on my way to work. I was on the train. I was on the train,
So,
and I catch the.
did I say that everybody can do what they want if they got to go to work, or did I say that no one should be in a moving car today?
I wasn't driving though. You said you said it's not good to drive. You said no driving. You said no driving and stuff like that. I'm not the one driving.
I said it doesn't matter whether you're the passenger driver. You should not be in a moving car today. You're in a moving car now.
I'm not moving. I'm at my job. I'm outside.
I just saw your car moving, ma'am.
I'm a passenger. I'm not driving though. I'm
You
at
were
my
in a
job
moving
right now.
car, correct?
I'm not moving right now. As you
But
can
you
see,
were moving earlier, correct?
I was on my way to work. Yes, sir, I was. I was on my way to work. This is how I this
Do
is how
you,
this
do you
is
swear
my
the
way.
testimony you're going to give
No
is the
one's
truth
paying
or
my
not?
bills.
Do you swear the testimony you're about to give will be the truth?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Where are you employed, ma'am?
I'm employed at Little Creations,
What do they pay
but I'm
you
not
there?
paying. But I'm not gonna pay
What do
any
they
child
pay you
support.
there?
I've been paying child support for my son.
What do
I'm
they
the one
pay you there?
supporting him.
What do they pay you there?
What you mean?
How much do they pay you per hour?
Oh, they pay me 14. I'm not paying
How
child
many
support.
hours a week? How many hours a week do you work?
40, but I'm not paying child support. This is why we came to court for him. We didn't come to court to talk about
Ma'am, I'm
me.
not asking you any question right now. You need to wait for the next question. We're going to do this in an organized manner. Do you have any other children? I think Miss Lisa said you had one other child. Is that correct? You need to unmute again. I see your mouth moving. You're on mute. I just need an answer to my question only. Do you have any other children besides the 2 children that we talked about earlier?
No, I do not. But they're trying to make me pay child support, and I'm not.
Stop.
I'm not paying child support.
Stop. Not very difficult to follow directions. Okay, Ms. Hood, can you make the calculation there?
Yes, Your Honor. I'm just doing it based off of 40 hours a week, right?
Yeah, $14.
Ma'am, I'm not paying child support. I'm not doing that.
Your Honor, that is a gross of $22,426.66.
1,125 of that goes to my.
Ms. Hood, continue.
Your Honor, cash medical support obligations, the court orders would be $109. And giving credit for one other child, proposed child support obligation, $350. And just for the record, Your Honor, the net used in calculating child support was $1,997.66.
All right, I'm gonna make a ruling here that the child is to remain with the maternal grandmother. She has primary custody. Parties gonna be joint managed conservators. Father to have visitation on the first and third weekends of the month. Mother to have visitation supervised by grandmother on the second and fourth, let's say Saturdays, from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. Parties can agree to anything different on visitation if they choose to, but otherwise those will be the orders regarding visitation. Child support arrears owed by the father to the mother are $190.39 payable at $20 a month. Medical support arrears of $114 to be paid at $10 a month. Child support from the father to the mother and medical support from the father to the mother are stopped. So no further obligation there. Child support from the father to the grandmother is $396 a month. Medical support is $125 a month. All parties would be joint managed conservators. Mother's child support to be $350 a month, and mother's medical support to be $109 a month. Court costs as billed to each of the parents.
And Your Honor, there is one more issue. Non-disclosure as between the biological father and the mother. Your Honor, we would like to address that. I believe that there are some concerns about them knowing where the other person is living.
I'll go ahead and grant a non-disclosure. Let's see. Well, let's see. Let me see. I guess I don't know how we're gonna get that. Who wants a non-disclosure? Miss Jasmine, is what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Miss Jasmine, I need you to unmute one more time, and I need to talk about the non-disclosure. That's all, nothing else. If that's something you're requesting. Are you asking that your address not to be part of the order, that you're not required to let Mr. Lane know your address? I need you to answer.
What do you want me to answer? Because y'all just sit up here and basically took custody away from me and my child's father, basically.
And ask for you to answer all these other things, man. We have other people in the courtroom that are ready.
No, we need to go to court for the custody of him, I guess, because I'm not paying child support.
Okay, then I guess she's not asking for a non-disclosure.
We need to set up a court for custody because I'm.
All right. Mother is not responding to my request for an answer to whether she wants a non-disclosure.
I just tried to respond.
So she is a non-disclosure is not granted. All right, y'all are excused from court and compressed leave. You're done with court, and that'll be the final order today. Thank y'all.